Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back or welcome to the channel. This is Psycho 311 here. I guess I kind of dropped the 311. Haven't really been saying that at the beginning of videos, but just my gamer tag. So that's what I roll with. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm already rambling at the outset of this video. This is going to be my first album review. I've been talking about doing them for weeks now, and I haven't gotten around to them because I've been doing, work and kids and other video game related stuff. But this is not about video games today, guys. This is my first album review, and it is going to be great. Excuse me. I am drinking a beer, so there may be more burps. Anyway, today I'm going to be, full disclosure, the drummer of this band is a guy that I personally know and grew up with. Since I think middle school. I think maybe he was in middle school and I was a freshman. Anyway, we grew up in the same town, same music scene, same group of friends. We've even played in the same bands, but crazily, if that's a word, crazily enough, I don't think that I've ever actually been in the band with him at the same time. Anyway, his name is Dan, and he moved to the D.C. area. I want to say Virginia, D.C. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm sure he'll comment on this video. So he'll be able to clear all that up. Whoa. Okay. Just ignore that, I guess. Anyway, he'll be able to clear all that up. I'm pretty sure it's the D.C. Virginia area. Yeah. D.C. Virginia. Same kind of thing. Anyway, like, he can specify all of that, but he started a group called the Flowerbomb, and I got a bunch of notes right here that I took while listening to the album, and I listened to this album 5 times in the past day to prepare myself for this review. And before I get into the review, I'm going to mention some of the stuff that they actually have for sale. Now, being as how Dan was a friend of mine, is a friend of mine. I supported them by picking up all the merch that they had available, which consisted of a CD, a T-shirt, and vinyl. But I bought the limited edition vinyl. I don't know if that is still available as of this video. If it is, I'm sure Dan will also comment on that. And I also asked him to leave a link or text me a link on my phone so that I could leave one in the description. I guess it probably wouldn't be that hard to dig up. So if he sees this and doesn't throw a link on there right away, I'll check into it later and I'll add the link in the description below. But they put their record out on Mutineer Records. And the stuff that they have available, before I get into the actual review, is the CD copy of their album Pretty Dark. CD. So you get it's your standard CD. The CD is not in there because it's in my stereo, because it hasn't left my stereo in a little while. So that should tell you how this review is going to go. And this, like I said, this is not the standard edition. I picked up the vinyl, also Pretty Dark. I love the album artwork. I really do. It's pretty dark. Anyway, I'm going to pull this out because, like I said, this is a limited edition. I think the last time I saw it, they said they had 50 copies of this left, and then everything else was just going to be whatever the standard is. I guess black vinyl. I don't know. I don't collect vinyl, honestly. Like I said, I picked everything up that they had available to support my friend's band. I don't think there's... I was going to say I don't think there's enough of that going on, but that's not true. There's a lot of supporting of local musicians and around here in Wichita. And I'm sure that Flowerbomb is hugely supported in the D.C. area. And if not, why? So then, anyway, here's the... this is the lyric sheet in the vinyl. And that's how I figured out everyone that was in the band. Because I don't know everyone. Like I said, me and Dan grew up in Florida together. And then he moved up to the D.C. Virginia area and started this band. So I don't know anyone else. I just know Dan. But, man... all I'll say is, like, if they ever decide to tour, man, I sure hope they stop by here. And I'll see if I can talk to a venue about maybe getting them to stop by here. So if you guys are ever interested, Flowerbomb, looking at you. If you're ever interested in going on a tour of the Midwest, I'm pretty sure I can get you a gig out here in Wichita. and it would be a good show. Anyway, this is a limited edition splatter vinyl. I guess that's what it was called, and it is beautiful. I really do like it a lot. I don't have a turntable. I know vinyl's big right now. I grew up collecting CDs, so that's what I still collect and I still listen to. Maybe one day I'll get a record player, but for me now, like, being able to hit the button on the remote to switch the song is fine. And, yeah, I'll always be a CD guy. And fun fact, before I dive into this review, my very first CD ever, before I even had a CD player, I used to listen to my CDs through my PlayStation 1 on my TV. So when I first started collecting CDs, I was listening to the music on a TV through my PS1. But anyway, I'm looking for the lyric sheet. Oh, here it is. Anyway, probably not even putting this in here correctly. No, I'm not. I'll put this back in so you don't have to watch me struggle. Anyway, the first CD that I ever owned and listened to all the time was Rancid Let's Go. And the second CD that I ever bought and listened to all the time was Weezer, self-titled, from the Blue album. Because Weezer has, multiple color albums. Anyway, getting off track again, because I like talking about music in general. So this is the shirt. And I'm imagining that is probably Rachel, who does vocals and plays guitar for Flowerbomb. And she does a hell of a job at playing guitar and doing vocals for Flowerbomb. And this is the back. You see the Mutineer Records logo, which is the label that has put this record out. So yeah, you saw the vinyl, the CD, and then the the shirt. So now I'm going to dig into these notes, because I wrote notes down. So I'm going to go through the notes, but I'm also going to maybe throw in some opinions while I'm going over the notes. But I'm going to go kind of quick because I want the review to not be a crazy long experience. Oh, and I was going to throw samples of each song on, because I'm going to go through the songs individually. But I decided not to, because this is not an album that you talk over. It would do it a great disservice to talk over any part of this album, because, yeah, we'll get to that. Like why you don't talk over the album. But so I wrote, okay, so here's what I wrote for the song. The album has nine songs. The band is Rachel Klein. She does vocals and plays guitar. I hope I don't butcher any of your names. If I do, I'm sorry. But Rachel Klein seems pretty accurate. Charles Scheider, hope I'm saying that right, does lead guitar. And then Nat Brown plays bass. And my friend Dan, ABH, which is, yeah. Dan ABH plays drums. Now, they don't all just play those specific instruments. They're all doing all kinds of piano and different instrumentations on everything. But that video would be crazy long for me to explain every single thing that they do in each song. So, you'll have to check it out. But so, here's what I wrote before I dive into each song. I wrote like a little quick review of this album. So, here's what I put. I'm going to try to... I'm not going to be looking directly at the camera because I have to read this, but I'm going to read what I wrote here. And this is the review that I wrote down so that because it's easier to have like a script or something, so you're not having a bunch of this. Anyway, look, I wrote stuff down and I'm still off track. Okay, so anyway, Flowerbomb is a DC-based indie alternative band that perfectly captures the 90s alternative vibe of bands like Hole and Veruca Salt. And they do. I get Veruca Salt vibes, but at the same time, I feel like I'm getting more Hole vibes. They remind me of Hole. Maybe not as grimy. And that's not derogatory. Like, if anyone out there has listened to Hole before, you know what I mean by grimy. Like a grungy band or whatever. So think Think like Malibu by Hole, and this is Flowerbomb. If you're old enough to have heard Malibu by Hole. Okay, so but they employ great hooks and crazy good musicianship. They aren't insanely flashy, but every note is drenched in passion, and Rachel Klein's vocals are incredibly beautiful and dripping with whatever emotion she's trying to convey. And that is no bullshit. Man, she kills it. That's what I put next. She absolutely nails it on every song, and that is very true. Um, the band is no slouch either. Sometimes employing minimal pick notes and sometimes going all out fuzzy bliss. Either way, they grab your attention in the best way possible, and that is very true. There are a lot of crazy good hooks on this album, good choruses, a lot of good backups. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so let me. This is Rainy Day Perfection, although any time is a great time to spin this. I don't know all the lyrics, admittedly, I don't. But the few I've caught onto can be beautifully pleasant or harsh and biting given the context of the song. And that is also very true. Um, Flowerbomb absolutely hits it out of the park on Pretty Dark. I didn't mean to rhyme, I wrote it down, but they do. They do. They're a great band. An absolute must listen if you like indie alternative with a 90s tinge. One of my favorite releases of 2021. I wrote it down. It's at the bottom of the page here. One of my favorite releases of 2021, and that's also very true. No weak songs, and you can see as I was listening to the album for the review, I put it right here, 5 out of 5. So this album is perfect for me, and it is. I mean, I grew up listening to the 90s alternative stuff. And I was a big fan of Malibu by Hole. Not a huge fan of the band in general, but that was one of their nicer songs, and it was pretty, and it was good. And I get Hole vibes from a lot of the stuff on here. And if you guys don't like Hole, I'm sorry, but I do get the Hole vibes, and I don't hate it. I love it. I love it. I wish this is what, like, if this were, the mid to late 90s, whenever Hole was a thing, if they put all songs like Malibu all written like in this style on here, I would be a way bigger fan of Hole than I am now. Anyway, so the track list is, and I'm going to go through them with the notes that I wrote. Philly is track 1, and I put that as beautiful vocals, and I'm going to read this a lot. I'm going to read beautiful vocals a lot because she is an amazing singer. And she didn't hold back, and you can absolutely feel the emotion in her vocals, and she just absolutely killed it, and she was locked in, and it was perfect. So there's going to be a lot of these notes where I'm telling you, good vocals. So Philly, beautiful vocals, great hook, good arrangement, has a whole vibe. Great backups, and that's another theme that you're going to hear through a lot of this, is that the backup vocals were good, because they are. This whole band, I mean, I'm kind of glad that these guys came together. And at first I figured I'd be biased because I do know Dan, but I mean, I might be biased in the sense that I actually gave the record a chance, as opposed to, like, if I just saw this somewhere, I might not have. So, in that sense, I'm biased. Yes, I listened to the record because I knew Dan. But, now, as a whole, like I said earlier, if these guys were to come to Wichita, I would definitely go to the show. I would definitely go see them. And I am a Flowerbomb fan. The only reason that I'm actually not wearing the shirt is because I wore it the other day and it's dirty. But I wanted to have it for the video. So, I dug it out of the hamper for this video. Anyway, next song is called Sorry. I wrote great hook, because it is. Stellar vocals. Rachel kills it. Perfect minimalism at times. Yes, they do slow down in a lot of these songs, but it's not a thing of like where I never felt bored. I always was like, okay, this is gonna it reminds me of 90s alternative. So at some point, this is going to either come back in with distortion, or Rachel's going to kill it with the vocal hook with some picked arpeggios or whatever these guys are doing. But everything is just fits like a perfect puzzle. It really does. So, what was it? Amazing arrangement, like I was just saying. Great, quiet, loud dynamic. Yes, it does. It has that, 90s alternative, quiet, loud. Like, I think people say Nirvana kind of did that, but I feel like there were bands doing that before them. Next track is called Comma. Great hook. That's another theme. It's going to be a theme throughout because all of the songs are pretty catchy. Beautiful vocals. Absolutely beautiful vocals. Great arrangement. Great backups. Beach Boys like vocal harmonies. There was a part in the song where it was like, hey, that kind of reminds me of like some old Beach Boys stuff. But, it was good harmonies in the song Karma. Or, not Karma, I'm sorry, it's not called Karma, it's called Comma. Then the vocal harmonies I wrote was after the breakdown. And then the ending feedback. Sometimes, when the outro of a song, it just is like feedback. Everything fades away into just the noise of feedback. And after this particular song, it was a thing of like, okay, it's just like this is the best way to end the song. It sounded perfect. I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to explain, but like if you're a really big music person, you understand like that feedback just fading out at the very end of the song. It just puts a smile on my face, like a little ray of sunshine peeking through the blinds. And like until the sun moves, that ray of sunshine never goes anywhere. And that's how that feedback is. Like a little ray of happiness shining through the maybe gloomy part of the song. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it any better. The next song, number 4, is called It's Not You, It's Me. And this song is epic. And I wrote epic in all capitals because it truly is... where is it? Right here. It truly is epic. Where did I write? Yeah, see? Right here. Epic. It's not you, it's me. This was the first song that actually caught my attention. And it was, I think, because me and Dan were talking about it one day. And he was explaining how some of the things that they recorded, the backup vocals at the end, and like at the bottom of a stairwell in a 3-story building. And it just sounds so killer. But anyway, because I think we talked about it, I paid close attention to that song first. And what I wrote about this, and for a minute, this was probably my favorite song on the album, but I can't honestly say that I have a favorite anymore because I like them all. But what I wrote about this one, would say favorite, but way too many amazing tunes here. Yes, okay, so kind of long, not complaining. Kind of long, but not complaining because it's so good, and that is very true. Haunting backups. Like you, any music fan, like goosebump inducing song is It's Not Me, It's You. Parts of this remind me of Hole also. That's true. And perfect songwriting. It is all the way throughout. Like this song, I believe, is over 7 minutes long, and it's a journey. And I don't mean like an arduous journey. Like, no, it's a journey that you want to listen. Like, sit down, throw It's Not Me, It's You on, and just close your eyes. Lean back and close your eyes, and these guys will take you, like maybe floating in a tube on a nice warm day, like down a river, like that kind of feeling. It's like it just feels good. Love that song. Sorry, Reprise, also on here. This is, I think, one of the shortest things on here, besides, I think, track 8, which is Less Than You? Yes. I think track 8 is also one of the shorter ones on this album. But Sorry, Reprise, haunting vocals. Haunting vocals that make me want to forgive Rachel for anything she's ever done. Yeah. there's a part of the song like towards the beginning where she just sings sorry over and over, and it is like you could just feel it. Like, no, she means it. I don't know if she's saying sorry for some boy that like she might have heard, or a relationship that failed, or if she's just saying sorry for like dropping something on the floor. But I'll tell you what, when she says sorry in this song, it makes me want to forgive her, and I don't even know who she is. Okay. Um, and the phone message. There is a phone message that was recorded at the end of this, and it is awesome. It is awesome. It is a look. I'm assuming that it's a phone message that Rachel recorded for somebody that these guys included. If not, I'm not sure who it is, and it's perfect anyway, and it fits this. And just the stuff that's said on there is like her realizing, like, no, you don't have me. I'm going to you just have to listen to it. Sorry Reprise, also another one of my absolute faves on this album. Number 6, Boys. Good intro, vocal, and guitar. Yes, very true. Great music. Great. Wait, what? Hang on. Swell leads into Rachel's pissed off scream. Not a metal scream, a scream. Like, you can definitely tell frustration is there. And, I mean, obviously not when she made the song, like, it was a part of the song, but you can tell, like, the way she added it to the song. That this was, hey, I'm frustrated and I don't know what else to do right now, and I'm just going to scream. Great use of the band yelling hey randomly. That's true. The only time in the whole entire song, like, everything stops for a second and everybody yells hey, and it couldn't be more perfect. I like it, and it's a highlight for me of the song. That's why I wrote it down. Beautiful guitar tone throughout. Great. As well as the rest of the album, like, these guys, they hear things on a level that I don't, because everything I hear is metal and punk and distortion, and like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to listen to. And ends with great backups. As always, every song that they do has great backups in the perfect spot, and they don't get in the way. They're good. They're good. Number 7, Glass. Beautiful vocals. I told you. Great backups. Great chorus. Great arrangement. Nice piano fills. Riffs. I wrote riffs. Catchy as hell. Oh, yeah, this was a special note that I wrote because I did enjoy this. I eat glass in my sleep hook. No way that she's eating glass. Her voice is too angelic. There is no way that she has ever eaten glass. That voice is beautiful. And I really enjoyed the outro. Number 8, Less Than You. Perfect beginning. Little minimal, like, and it's just like barely hanging on, but it's there, and then it leads to more amazingness. Strong use of many instruments. I did take note. You guys put a lot of stuff in this. Well, Flowerbomb put a lot of stuff in here, and it all weaves and dances around each other perfectly, and it is amazing to listen to. Full band vocals are excellent. There is a part of the song where I'm pretty sure I heard every member of the band singing in harmony a few of the lines, and it sounded really good. Beautiful vocals, of course. Slows to a crawl, and then Rachel takes a spotlight over tight band timing, and segues into last song. So yeah, at first I wasn't aware that I was listening to the last song, but it does segue into the last song. And it's just as good. The last song, I guess, is called 2. It's just the Roman numeral 2, so I'm going to call it 2. Dan, I'm sure, will correct me. Great vocals. Great vocals. Catchy song. Catchy song, as all these are. Like, if there was a song on here that I didn't write catchy song, it wasn't because it wasn't, because it was. and we finally get to we finally get to hear Rachel say "Pretty Dark," which is the name of the album. I don't know. I guess you don't have to say the name of the album in the song, but even the use of the in here, yeah. What is it? Amazing closer. Band is still hooky and cranking out the amazing vibes all the way through. And that's what I wrote. Those are all my notes that I put down here. So yeah, that's Dan asked me to do a song by song review of this album, so I did. And yes, a 5 out of 5. If you are an indie 90s alternative, nostalgic person, or indie alternative in general, you don't even have to care about the 90s, but this reminds me of 90s stuff. If you are a fan of Hole or Veruca Salt or I'm drawing a blank on other female-fronted 90s alternative indie bands, but if you're a fan of that kind of thing, there is no way you should not be checking out Flowerbomb. Like I said, pretty soon the link will be in the description below. I've got some more stuff coming up, guys. Oh, anyway, 5 out of 5. Flowerbomb is a 5 out of 5. Love it. Love it. And I think you guys will too. So check it out. Next videos, I'm not sure exactly what the next video is going to be, but I got another video game themed one coming up, and I also have music reviews coming up. And the next music review is going to be this guy. That's right, Dusty Grant, who is a local guy here in Wichita. And I'm going to be reviewing this. What's it called? Trapped Here. I've already listened to this a few times. I'm going to listen to it. When I do reviews, I like to sit down with the album at least twice, 3 times, and pay attention to just the album so that I can give my honest opinion on it. So yes, up next is going to be Dusty Grant, Trapped Here. I saw this guy recently open for Candlebox, and he plays shows here all the time, and I hung out with him, and he's a great guy. And he even offered to maybe do something. So Dusty, if you're checking this out, maybe one day I can do an interview with you on here, and we can talk about whatever, man. That'd be great. And then up next after that is going to be these hometown boys right here. Parallax. This is a kick-ass metal record. Awaken. This is their newest jams, and these guys are killing it. And I recently saw them too, and I hung out with these guys too. And yeah, Parallax. Shout out to Jason Catlett and all the guys. I don't remember everybody's name. I'm sorry, but yes. That's coming up soon too, and yes, as you can see, I am a fan of Parallax. So it's crazy that my album previews that I'm talking about doing next is that my hat and my shirt, but I gotta rep the hometown boys. These guys kill it. This guy kills it. Flowerbomb is absolute perfection, and if you like what you see today, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell notification so you know when I'm posting a video or for video games, music, whatever. I'm going to probably do some more music covers here soon because I have a good time doing that. And I'm going to go drink some beer, I think. So thanks guys for the support, and please subscribe if you are not a subscriber, and share this video because I want these bands to reach as many people as possible. Flowerbomb kills it, guys. Dusty Grant kills it. Parallax kills it. Once I get my hands on the new Suffocate the Skies album, they're going to kill it. And that's another thing. If you guys want me to do a review like this on something that you guys are doing project-wise, send me a link, hit me up, hit my DMs and give me, I'll give you the address. You can mail me some physical stuff so I can show you stuff like I did here. I have no problem with that. But let's keep it rolling, guys. I love music and I love doing these reviews, and now I love Flowerbomb. Psycho out.